Hey guys, welcome to the weekly call. Thank you for being on and being here, taking time out of your busy week. I appreciate you all taking time out, and hopefully you guys take something away from these calls. I really hope that they mean something and they do something for your business. And if there's anything that you ever want to hear about on a team call, I'd be more than happy to talk about it. I love when I get ideas and suggestions for team calls, so just let me know. I'd love to chat about it. But today we're going to talk about my takeaways from the Platinum Presenters conference that we were at. There was like 30 plus Team Triceps people at the Platinum Presenters conference this weekend. It was so fun. We had such a great time, and I'm just so blessed to be able to travel and to see all you guys so many times a year. So it's just such a great event. But before we get into that, I just quickly want to go over our top coaches and top recruiters, give them a shout out. So for top coaches for the 500 Club, we have Shannon Robiak, and she's new on the list, so congratulations, Shannon. You have 675 PV, Jen Malberg 615, Victoria Kessler 615, and Brian Garms with 594. For the 1000 Club, we have Brittany Powers with 3075, Aaron Pitcher 1950, Carla Del Carlo 1335, Alexa Campbell 1057. Great job, you guys. It's awesome to see all of you guys getting on that board. And for our top recruiters, we had Brittany Powers with 3 new coaches, Christina Fissler with 2, and Vanessa Brown with 2. So awesome job. Congratulations. And keep moving along, you guys. Keep pushing your businesses forward. So let's talk quickly about what I learned at Platinum Edge. But before I get into it, I just want you guys to know that seriously, these events do so much for you as a person, for your business, for your social media presence. You just come back so full of energy and so full of just passion and purpose. And I know they're expensive. I know it's a lot to travel. It's a lot. I totally get it, but it's so worth the investment. It is so worth the investment to get to events like this, especially this one, Platinum Presenters. It was just such an awesome experience. I mean, there's only 1,000 of us there. We were just up and close and personal with a lot of the top coaches, and we got to see Shalene talk twice, and I don't know, it was just incredible. It was just an amazing experience, and just get there next year. Do whatever it is in your power to get there. Save your money now to make sure that you can get there next year. Don't be that coach that says, yes, I'm going to be there, and then you're not there again the next year. Just do it. Commit to it and say, yes, I will be there, because I know that it's going to be life-changing for me as a person and for my business. So let's just talk quickly about what we talked about. So a couple of things that I wrote down for my notes that I really took away. So these were my main takeaways. I know a couple of the people on the team also shared on the team page, which I appreciate you guys sharing those as well. So if you haven't seen those, search in Team Triceps to find those as well. But so for when Janelle Summers talked, and she talked a lot about just like branding yourself, and she really talked about helping new coaches find their brand, like find where they want to go, and find who they can kind of really relate to and who they can reach out to on social media. And that really hit home with me, because I'm not quite sure that I'm really doing that with my new coaches on my Getting Started Right call. Am I really helping them see the vision for who they want to help? So they may not know it yet, but there's so many things that make them uniquely them, that we as their leaders, as their mentors for new coaches, we need to help them find that. Who are you, uniquely you? What makes you you? And how can we portray that to your social media, to your audience, to the people that you're trying to attract in your business? So that really hit home for me, to really paint the picture for my new coaches and who they are and how unique that is for this business. So one other thing that Janelle had said was, we send an email to these new coaches, and a lot of times in the email we are saying, follow this coach and this coach and this coach, and we're telling them to follow all these coaches. And if you're not very confident in who you are when you're a new coach, you can easily start to follow these coaches and think and start to feel really small. That really was something that I was like, wow, like, okay, that's really good. Like, I didn't know people were feeling that way, but it's so true. When you're following these big name coaches and you're like, wow, the stuff that they're posting is just so amazing and I could never be like that and how can they do this and that, you start to compare yourself to them and you start to think that this is impossible, that this business just isn't for you because there's no way you would know how to do that. I get asked a lot this question when people are talking about joining my team, like, I don't know how to make those fancy pictures you make, so are you gonna, like, how would I know how to do that? And it's just, like, that's obviously a skill that we can all learn, but we need to make sure that our coaches know that. So when we talk to them on the GSR call and we're setting expectations and we're helping them find their brand and who they are, also talk to them about, you know, you're going to be following a lot of coaches and you're going to be friends with a lot of coaches and you're going to see their success and you're going to see the things that they're doing. But don't lose you in that. Know that you're at a different season. You're in a different journey. You're at a different point in your journey than the other people that you're seeing. So just know that everybody started somewhere. If you guys look back at my pictures from when I first started coaching, you'll see what I mean. We all start somewhere and we all have to grow. I mean, we're not going to be good at something right away. That's the thing. So make sure that your coaches understand and know that. And just make sure that they're not feeling small when they're seeing all of these successful coaches in their newsfeed. Okay, make sure that they know that they have something unique that they can offer to this world and help them see that and paint that picture. All right, so the next thing, and this rolls right into it, but really there was a couple overwhelming themes of this conference, and one of them was be 100% unapologetically, authentically you. So who are you? And be that person, be you. Not just be you, like be you the fitness person, but just be you. You don't have to be a fitness professional to be a Team Beachbody coach. You can be a singer, you can be a teacher, you can be a mom, you can be a runner, you can be a yoga instructor, you can be you know, a musician, you can be an artist, you can be so many things. You can be a doctor, you can be a chiropractor, you can be a gym owner, you can be a personal trainer, whatever. It doesn't even have to do with fitness. Whatever you are, be that, okay? Be that person. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to fit the mold of being a fitness professional. Like, you don't have to feel like, now that I'm a Beachbody coach, I have to post about fitness all the time. I have to post about food all the time. You don't have to be that. You can just be you. And this was really cool because I felt like Adam has really been struggling in terms of, do I post on social media? Do I not post on social media? It's not really his thing. Like, he just doesn't really love to post on social media. But I think it's not his thing because maybe we both felt like he should really only be posting about Beachbody. But that's so far from the truth. That is not who Adam is. Adam is in this business with me to support me. He plays a very supportive role in this business, but he's not out recruiting coaches and recruiting challengers. I mean, he does a little bit of that, but not a ton. That's not what he does. He is in the garage building stuff and he's working on things, and that's just what he does. He likes to do that kind of stuff. So he's a handyman. He's a jack of all trades. He knows how to do everything. So we were talking about that, and it just really hit home with both of us for him, like, hey, you just need to start posting about what you do and the things that you like, because there's no need to try and fit you into a fitness professional mold. It's like trying to fit a circle into a square hole or a square into a circle hole, right? Whatever. You can't be someone you're not. So just be you, whatever you are, whoever you are, whatever it is you love to do, just post about it because you're going to attract the right people. That was such a great message, and I feel like it hit home for a lot of us at that conference. Okay, this next one's really, really good, and again, an awesome takeaway for me, hit home drastically. So I know we talked about months and months ago, I talked about the Power of 5 and having a schedule. And I shared with you guys a schedule that I had made, and I have it right here. And I'm not gonna lie, this schedule did some good things for me. But I didn't stick to it. Like I didn't feel like the schedule was inclusive enough. I didn't feel like I had the discipline to follow that schedule. I didn't feel like that schedule included Adam in it. And that was huge. It really needs to include the whole family. So we talked a lot this weekend about having discipline in your schedule. Chalene talked about just because you are a Beachbody coach and now you're doing it full time and you have freedom doesn't mean that you can just la-di-da through your day. And for those of you that work a corporate job and you're doing Beachbody part-time, this may not necessarily be for you, but you may grab a few things out of this. This is more for people that are doing this full-time. We get sucked into kind of enjoying the freedom and just taking our time with things. And before we know it, our day has passed and it's like, what have we done? Maybe you feel like this in your job if you work a full-time job other than Beachbody, but it's like your day passes and you're like, what did I do? The thing is that yes, this job can give you freedom, but you cannot just allow freedom to take over. You have to have discipline when it comes to your business. This is a business. So you have to have disciplined, scheduled business hours. You have to separate business from personal. You have to be with your family when you're supposed to be with your family. Okay, so be present in all that you're doing and have discipline in that. So on the plane ride home, Adam and I sat down and we made a schedule for both of us that showed exactly what both of us were doing every single day. We're going to be having a daily meeting at 11:30 every day just to kind of meet up and make sure we're both doing the things we need to be doing, holding each other accountable. So maybe you do a daily meeting with your success partner or someone else that you work with. But I think it's really good to have someone that holds you accountable. But we really made this a whole very intricate schedule for the both of us and what that means and what we're going to be doing at every half hour of the day. And I know that seems kind of crazy, but here's what happens with Adam and I. So we don't go to bed at the right time. You know, we stay up till 11 watching TV and kind of vegging out. And then we don't want to wake up in the morning. And then we get up kind of late and then we don't read. And then it's like, oh, then we don't work out unless I'm teaching and I drag him along to all my classes. He usually wants to come now. But so we work out doing that. But then, you know, then we're la-di-daing at the gym after we work out. And then we get home and we don't really shower and we kind of are making lunch and we're kind of doing this and kind of doing that. Do you see how sloppy and ridiculous that is? We really allow ourselves to just kind of free flow through things. That's just kind of how both of us are. We're just like do, you know, and especially with this freedom thing, it's kind of nice to do that. But ultimately it comes down to discipline. When we are on a schedule, we feel so much better. And we always say that to ourselves, oh, we need to get up at the same time every day. And we feel so much better when we do that. Yet we still are not disciplined to do it. We needed to hear it from Chalene. Sometimes you just got to hear shit from Chalene, right? She just tells you like it is and just hits it right on the nose for you sometimes. So she basically said, get disciplined with your schedule. Know where you're going to be at all times. Know what you're doing. So for us, and I'd be happy to share this with you guys if you want, but I just printed it off. But basically, we've decided to get up every morning at 5:30 and make our coffee. And then we're reading from 6 to 7 every single morning, no exceptions. And then from there, we're either going to work out at home or we go off to classes. I teach classes on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursday mornings. So going off to classes. And then from there, we kind of break it down and we have the same daily meeting every single day. It's at 11:30 every single day. You know, everything that was important that we needed to schedule in here, we did. Such as walking Ozzy, taking time every single night to make dinner together, to eat dinner together, to have that time. It's really important to have that. This team call is on my schedule. And when I'm doing the team call, Adam can go play guitar with one of his buddies. That's what he loves to do. So it's like, okay, if I'm going to be doing the team call, that's a great opportunity for you to go do one of your things that makes you happy. So it's a really, and we set it up like this, and I'd be more than happy to kind of show this. I know you guys can't see this, but I'd be more than happy to post this on the team page and share this with you. But I'm excited about this. When you have a plan, you have a schedule, it feels really good. It's like, okay, we can do this. This is doable. So I just want to reiterate, I know we've talked about this many times, but be organized with your schedule. Treat this like a business. Have business hours. Have personal hours. Put everything on a schedule. Schedule it all. And just know that sometimes you're going to have to go with the flow and It's not always going to work out how it should. There's always going to be things that come up. But I'm going to tell you one thing that's probably that's going to help you is that if you do get off schedule, try to just pick up whatever time you're at. So if something goes over by 2 hours, whatever you missed during that 2 hours, just forget it and pick up where you left off or where you're at on your schedule. So if I'm supposed to be somewhere at 10:30 and 11:30, but I missed those two things because of something going over and it's now 12:30, I need to just look at my schedule and say, okay, what do I have going on at 12:30? And I'm just going to dive right in. Because honestly, if you try and fit it all in, you're just going to get bogged down. So I feel like if you just go back to where you're supposed to be on the schedule, eventually it'll start to flow and you'll hit everything you need to hit. Another thing you want to be really careful with, and Adam and I are going to feel out this new schedule for a couple weeks, but you can't schedule too much because you're never going to get it all done. So don't overthink how much you need to put in there. Don't over schedule yourself. Like really kind of spread it out and give yourself more time than you think you need, because it seems like things always take about twice as long as you think they're going to take. So give yourself more time to do things, and that way you're not rushed. You can do it quality, and you can do that, right? Reference back to the Power of 5 call that I did, I think, back this summer. And gosh, it seems like it was just summer. Weird. But go back to this summer and think about and read and rewatch that Power of 5 call, because what that Power of 5 call is going to do is it's going to say, what do you need to do when you schedule Beachbody time? Because on our schedule, we have work time. And for me, that means Beachbody time. For Adam, that means something else. But from there, I took what is my work time, what are my work hours, my business hours, and then I broke that down even further on a different schedule. So what are my work hours? What do they look like? This is really intricate, but you know what? It's worth the investment, and it's going to keep me on a better schedule. It's going to keep me more accountable to my business and to hitting goals. Okay, so just to give you guys a quick just recap of what we're doing, we are going to be working in the afternoon. So the mornings is kind of to get all of our reading, personal development, our workouts done. You know, I teach in the mornings, just get things like that done in the morning, clean the house, pick up, do things like that. And then we're working from 12 to 2. So for 2 hours, we take a quick break and we eat like a late lunch. And we do like a quick powwow from 2 to 2:30 when we're kind of breaking and eating. And then we both go back to work from 2:30 to 6. So we work from 2:30 to 6 every day. And so that's our work hours. So I split down what do those work hours look like for me? And as you guys know, for those of you that schedule one-on-one calls with me, you know that now I've kind of switched around where my one-on-one calls are falling in to kind of fall into where I'd like them to fall into in those work hours. So anyways, I'd like to share some things to help you, like just one story. So one story really hit home with me this weekend, and it was from a guy named Bo Eason, and he played football, and he talked about how he played football with Jerry Rice. And it was kind of a cool story. He talked about how for the first time he saw Jerry Rice practice, he went above and beyond in his practice, like way above and beyond. And he asked Jerry, like, you know, what's your deal? Why are you doing this? And basically Jerry Rice said, you know, I give 100% of myself 100% of the time. And it's just amazing. Like, I feel like we're doing ourselves a disservice when we're multitasking. We're doing a million things at once, and we're trying to work our Beachbody business and while trying to play with our kids. Like, focus on what you're focusing on and give 100% to what you're focused on. Give 100% of yourself 100% of the time. So whatever you're doing, give it 100%. Okay, so that multitasking is bullshit. It doesn't do anything, because what happens is you lose focus and you lose details and you do stuff that you don't want to do. I mean, how many times have you been doing something so fast because you have a million other things on your brain and you mess it up? A million times. Don't do that. Focus, have quality over quantity, focus, right? So it was just such a good lesson. And that really takes discipline. So having a schedule and sticking to a schedule is discipline. So have discipline in your business and in your life. Okay. I want you to brainstorm and prioritize once a month on the things that you need to do in your personal life and in your business. I just want you to sit down for an hour, and this is one of Shalene's suggestions. Sit down for a full hour and just start writing things. Everything that you want to do, everything, no matter if it's this month or a year from now, every single thing you want to do, write it down. And then you can prioritize, what can I get done this month? And then you prioritize your things and your to-do list, and you make your schedule around the things that you want to get done this month, whether that's personal or business. But really getting a brain dump once a month and putting things on paper that you really want to do and scheduling that out. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about is consistency and sacrifice. So another message this weekend was just being super consistent. The coaches that are successful in this business are consistent. I am not successful in this business because I'm better than you. I'm successful in this business because I've been consistent in this business longer than you. So if you're sitting there thinking, I'm consistent, keep being consistent and you'll be sitting right where I'm sitting. 10-star diamond, having an amazing, huge team and earning an income that you're just so amazed and blessed with every single week. Being consistent in your message, being consistent in your workouts, and how you treat other people, in your personal development, and how you treat yourself and your body. Being consistent in all of that will bring your business forward, but you always have to be consistent. And last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is the story of the tortoise and the hare. So if you remember that story from when we were kids about how the hare or the rabbit runs really fast and tries to win and then takes a nap, and then the slow tortoise, taking his time, wins the race. You guys all know that story. You know, you don't have to come out of the gates blazing in this business to make it work. Yeah, it works for some people, and that's awesome. I'm so proud of the coaches on our team that are doing that. But I want you to know that the hare, the slow and steady, consistent person is always going to win. Stay consistent in your business. Stay consistent in everything in your life. Have discipline. And you will far exceed any expectation that you ever had for yourself and for this business. Consistency truly is the secret to this business. I was talking to Tara Carr backstage before we got on the panel, and she was literally telling us, like, I kept waiting for a secret. Like, I kept thinking to myself, okay, if I hit 5-star, corporate's going to call me and tell me a secret. If I hit 10-star, corporate's going to call me and tell me a secret. There is no freaking secret. Okay, the secret is consistency. The secret is being relentless in the message you're putting out there. The secret is being consistent and being proof the products work. The secret is being consistent in talking to people and meeting new people and getting outside of your comfort zone. That is the secret. So do that. And it's not going to happen overnight. So know that it's not going to happen overnight. And look forward. Don't look sideways. Don't look at anybody. Don't compare yourself to anybody else, because everybody's on their own journey. You guys know that stuff. I feel like this weekend was all stuff I knew. Excuse me. It was all stuff I knew. But it's so good to hear it again and again, to get that reminder again and again. And that reminds me that the people that we're trying to reach, they all know this stuff, but they need to hear it again and again and again and again and again and again. So never stop being consistent with your message. Never stop being relentless in your message. With that, I will let you guys go. I hope you have an amazing week. Thank you for being on. Thank you for being awesome. And we'll see you guys next week, next Tuesday. Talk to you soon. Love you all. Have a great week. Goodbye.